Hello, everyone. I'm Tara Power, and I'm the Partnerships Lead at StartSpace. We've already seen so many speakers delivering inspirational content, sharing their personal journeys and learnings. But I have to say, I am super excited to be introducing one of my favorite parts of the festival. Welcome to our Future Founders Pitch Competition, presented today as part of the Future Founders Festival 2021 in partnership with Study Melbourne and StartSpace, powered by State Library Victoria and sponsored by Practeria, the experiential learning program. Our shortlisted finalists can win the following prizes. First place, 2,000 Australian dollars, a StartSpace Loft membership, and $7,000 worth of Practeria credit. Second place, $1,000 and $3,000 worth of Practeria credit. And the third place, $500 and $1,000 worth of Practeria credit. So everyone's a winner here today before we even get there. Now, let me give you a little bit more detail before we dive right in. We invited new founders to present their startup idea. They had to create a 3-minute video pitch to sell that business idea, and they had to meet set criteria, which they will be judged against today. Those criteria are market. How well does the team understand their audience and the problem they are trying to solve? Solution. How well does the team how well does the offering solve this problem? And the team, is this team set up for success? And traction, what have they achieved so far? That's really important. And pitch, how engaging, clear, and interesting was the pitch, including the Q&A session. So the judges will be scoring against this criteria on a 1 to 5 scale, 5 being the highest. Without further ado, let me introduce our wonderful guest judges today. We have Hugh Williams, founder of CS in Schools. We have Laxmi Illume Foundation, founder and director, and accelerator manager for the Melbourne Accelerator Program, and Caroline Hartnett, Deputy Director of International Education, Global Victoria. I'm now going to hand over to our judges to introduce themselves and briefly share one thing that they love about new business ideas and innovation. Let's start with you, Caroline.
Thanks, Tara, and thanks so much for having me. It's wonderful to be here today. So yes, my name is Caroline Hartnett, and I'm the Deputy Director of the International Education Team in Global Victoria. So Global Victoria is the Victorian Government trade agency that supports international education businesses and providers to diversify global markets and products and maintain Victoria's position as a destination of choice for students. So look, I am really excited to be here. I think one of the things that really excites me about new business ideas and innovation is about pushing the boundaries of technology to provide a service to a community that is scalable and has high impact. So wonderful to be here today and really looking forward to seeing pictures. Thank you.
Well, hi, everybody. My name's Hugh Williams. I am an advisor, an investor, and the founder of a thing called CS in Schools. So I spend a lot of time helping startups that are sort of medium size, 100, 200 people, those kinds of things. And I like investing in seed type investments in startups. It's something I'm also pretty interested in. And I do that through Rampersand, where I'm a venture partner, and some other sort of angel type networks that I'm involved in. What excites me about startups? Look, honestly, it's about changing how the world works and creating the future. I think that's what's exciting about startups is there's always some inefficiency or something that needs to be improved. And I think it's great watching Australian startups trying to solve those problems.
And Laxmi.
Great. Thanks, Tara. And hi, everyone. I'm Laxmi Pun. I'm the Accelerator Manager at the Melbourne Accelerator Program, which is part of the University of Melbourne. And my job is to work with the startups and help them go through the program. So we run 2 programs, Velocity and the Core Accelerator, which is working with the startups. So I've seen a lot of startups and worked with them. I also run a foundation called Illume Foundation, which is about empowering graduates for careers in innovation, entrepreneurship, and social impact. So we run various programs and connect them with startups and other innovative companies for practical work experience and to really give you a kickstart in your career. And prior to that, I've worked in other investment roles and also, founding another company, which was around design before that. What excites me about, ideas or working with founders is really, the idea that we have today could really change the world or, become the way we do things. Taking an example of Zoom right now, we are able to see and be virtually present despite the lockdown. I think, ideas like that really, really excite me. And I'm really excited to be here and really looking forward to see the 3 pitches that we'll see here today. Thanks, everyone.
Well, thank you all. That's a great way to start and kick off our pitch competition by sharing those ideas. So thank you. But now we are going to get into the thick of it. We have shortlisted 3 finalists and their pitch videos will be played and then followed by a live Q&A with the judges immediately after each pitch. So without further ado, Pitch Comp Team 1, led by Teresa Chan, co-founder of MatchT. Team 2, Eugenia Yuan, co-founder of Inspiring Chats. And Team 3, led by Daniel Tan, business ops leader from Vimy. So now we do want to hear from you, our online audience too. So you know what you need to do. You need to interact with each other and make comments on Join the Conversation chat box. You can also react to the event using the fun emoji bar on the bottom of the live stream panel. It's like one of my favorite things. So let's kick this off. Pitch 1, MatchT.
Did you know around 6,000 kilograms of clothes are thrown out every 10 minutes in Australia, making us the 2nd highest fashion polluters in the world? Almost 50% of clothes we purchase ends up in landfill, yet we continue to buy on average 27 kilograms of clothing per person per year. We believe there's a gap in the market that we can fill.
Hi everyone, my name is Teresa. I'm a co-founder at MatchT. MatchT is a clothes swapping platform aimed at providing consumers a fun, affordable, and efficient way to engage with the circular fashion economy.
Our target audience are young people who have low budget on clothes and love sustainable fashion. You can easily find them on clothes trading platforms such as OpShops, Facebook Marketplace, and Depop, etc.
You only need 4 simple steps to swap clothes on MatchT.
Firstly, you upload your unwanted clothes as a listing on our app. Then you swipe on others' item in a Tinder-like fashion. If 2 users mutually like each other's items, they will be matched and invited to a chat room to organize a swap.
MatchT is able to differentiate ourselves in 3 key ways. Number 1, our swiping mechanism makes browsing for clothes a fun and easy experience. Number 2, we're economic and cost efficient. It costs only $2 per trade, and we help you get rid of unwanted clothes at the same time giving you new clothes to refresh your wardrobe. Number 3, we're reliable. Users are protected by our deposit system, and we ensure that they get what they expect to.
MatchT will charge a transaction premium of $2 per user per trade. After users confirm trade, each party has to pay a $10 deposit. After both parties receive their swap items, $8 will be credited to each of their account. MatchT will earn $4 per successful trade.
Since our beta launch in April, we have more than 250 users sign up to our platform and more than 50 items uploaded to the app. 10 trades have happened on MatchT so far, which saves 20 garments from landfill. Most users have a positive experience with MatchT. They love the concept and they think it's innovative and smart. We've also collected feedback from users. For example, some noted that they want a function to filter listings according to gender or styles. So our developers have been refining the app based on these feedback to create a better app experience.
This is a team. We have a great combination of business and engineering skills. Before MatchT, we participated in 2 startup competitions and hackathons and achieved amazing results. Teresa specializes in marketing and stakeholder engagement. Matthew is a technical lead and specializes in software project management. Jimmy specializes in finance and business modeling. Our developers, Deborah, Keith, and Leo, specialize in both front-end and back-end development. This is MatchT, saving clothes one swipe at a time. Thank you.
Fantastic. Really well done. I can't believe we've got such incredible presentations. I'm sure there's more to come. It's actually over to the judges straight away. And Caroline, would you like to kick us off? And all the judges, you've got 1 question each, so bear that in mind. Thanks.
Thanks, Tara. And yeah, very happy to kick off the questions. And Teresa, fabulous pitch. Thank you so much. Such high quality and such a great innovative product. So congratulations. My question is around how did you arrive at the $2 a trade? Just if you could explain the thinking behind that or the research you've done, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, so our goal is to make sustainable fashion affordable and accessible for everyone. So we decided to operate using a pay-per-use model, and meaning that we will only charge users $2 when they successfully make a trade. So we've done a bit of competitor research, and we look at other clothes swapping platforms in the market. So for example, Swap Society. So they charge their users a monthly membership fee of $49 to be part of the swapping community. There's also Depop, where they charge 10% transaction fee when people make a trade. So meaning that they're more expensive than us if the item is worth more than $20. And we believe that $2 is very reasonable and affordable, given that our users will also be protected by the deposit system. But as we start charging users, we will keep track of the transaction volume and make adjustment accordingly. Yeah.
Fabulous, thank you.
Hugh, what about you? Got any questions?
Hey, Teresa, thanks for the pitch. I thought it was fantastic. Really important space to be innovating in, I think. I think all right-minded people are worried about the amount of fashion that's going into landfill. So I think it's really exciting that you're working on this problem. You said in the video that it was sort of a Tinder-like product.
Mm-hmm.
Just explain that a little bit more, because I think with Tinder, you've got one person and one person, right? So if this person swipes on this person and this person swipes on that person, then there's a match. But here you've got people who've got a whole bunch of things for sale. So if I swipe on your T-shirt, do you get to see all of the things that I am interested in swapping, or how does it actually work?
Yeah, so there'll be 3 key steps involved. So the first step is when people upload clothes. So whenever a user upload a listing, it will go into the swiping page where everyone can swipe. So after you upload a listing, you'll begin swiping on people's clothes. So if I swipe on your T-shirt, for example, and you swipe on my shoes, then we make a match and we can trade. So it's not matching user and user, it's matching item with item. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yep, thank you.
Awesome.
Laxmi.
Great. Thanks, Teresa. That was a great pitch. And, as everyone has mentioned here, it is a great problem. It's a big problem to solve. So well done on, in entering to solve this problem. So well done on that. The question for me is around the numbers. I know you've mentioned about $2, but I also, would think there might be some cost associated with, development and marketing. So how many customers would you require to sort of break even, or, what that path looks like for you?
Since we're still very early stage, so there isn't much cost involved. We've spent around $200 and $300 in getting the minimum viable product out, so getting the app on App Store and Google Play Store. We've also done marketing on social media, but we didn't use any paid marketing. So we'll really leverage our partnerships with university clubs, with op shops and charities. So we want to increase our reach without spending lots of money. So we'll begin charging users once we get 50 active users on our platform. So currently we're sitting at 15 to 20 active users per day. So yeah, hope that answers the question.
Great, thanks for that. I might just ask one follow-on question with that. So what's the feedback been like so far from the users that you have on your platform?
Yeah, give me a second. I think most people really like the idea because our users are people who participate in in-person clothes swapping events. So many people are saying that when they go to in-person clothes swapping events, if they get unlucky, meaning they can't find someone with similar style or same size, they might end up going home with nothing. So they think our platform offers the convenience and flexibility. There are also people who actively swap on Instagram and Facebook Marketplace that are using our platform right now. So the problem with Facebook and Instagram is that there's simply too much information circulating around. So people are buying, selling, and swapping at the same time. So they really like our platform because it's a go-to platform simply just for swapping. So yeah,
Great.
most of them have a positive experience.
Thanks for that.
Awesome.
Does the panel have any more questions before I go on? No, that's good. It's really fantastic, Teresa. I think you should be very proud of what you've put forward there. And I think as a social enterprise, I think it could make a huge impact moving forward. But without further ado, we're going to move on to pitch 2 with Eugenia, Inspiring Chats.
Hi everyone, I'm Eugenia, co-founder of Inspiring Chats, a platform that helps founders create meaningful connections, one chat at a time. Human beings are social animals. A sense of belonging and connection is key to living a healthy and fulfilling life. This is even more so for entrepreneurs. Why? Because we are taking the risk by putting ourselves out there to pursue a business idea. We're walking the extra mile and investing in the extra time, effort, and even money to make things happen. And as the saying goes, it's not about what you know, but who you know that matters. Connecting with the right team members, the right mentors and advisors, and sometimes even the right customers will not only help your business thrive, but also support you during the most challenging times. However, the process of getting to know the right people can be quite overwhelming and time-consuming at times, especially if you come from overseas and just don't know that many people from Australia yet. Have a think about what you have tried in terms of making meaningful connections. You have probably joined multiple online communities, attended networking events, and even asked your friends and families for referrals. All these channels are great, but they might not be the most efficient in terms of meeting the right people. We often find ourselves within Slack or Facebook communities of thousands of members, but how many of them are you really connected with? At Inspiring Chats, we want to make connections between founders more efficient and more effective. We created an open database where you can easily find the profiles that match the skills, industries, and experience level that you're looking for. You can then book a free 15-minute chat with them. It's like LinkedIn for entrepreneurs, but with a more targeted search function and more streamlined chat experience. We have just launched our MVP a few weeks ago and have around 50 users on the platform. We are also in active conversations with awesome startup communities like StartMate, StartABIC, and Spark Festival about customizing our platform as a tool for their community engagement. Our team has mostly everything covered at this stage, as my partner Renault has strong software development and data analytics skills and has finished developing the current platform in 2 months part-time. And I'm taking care of the marketing and business development side of things with my background and experience in commerce. If you're an entrepreneur yourself and you're looking to connect with great people who can bring value to your business, register today at inspiringchats.com and give it a try while we still have some lifetime free membership spots left. And we would love to hear your feedback. If you have connections with any startup communities who might be interested in using our platform to boost member engagement, we would love to be introduced and have a chat. Thank you. I look forward to making it to the finals and seeing you at the pitch competition.
Oh, another one, another great pitch and presentation. Really impressive. And I think, Eugenia, you and your team have done a great job. I'm going to dig right into the questions with the judges. So we'll start with Caroline again.
Great, thanks Tara, and congratulations Eugenia, it's amazing product. Again, just yeah, really inspiring. My question's probably a little bit around market research and how you came across this idea. Was it something you found when you were talking amongst other founders? And then I guess, how did you then test the product as you were developing it?
Yeah, thanks for the question, Caroline. So the idea actually came through when my partner and I were going through the Catalyzer Pre-Accelerator program, which is a program designed for migrant entrepreneurs. And while we're going through the program, we sort of just observed how challenging it is, for founders, especially early stage founders, to find the right connections. And by saying finding the right people to connect with, I mean not only mentors, but also potential customers to bounce ideas with, peer entrepreneurs who are working in the similar sort of industry, because a lot of times when you come from overseas, you don't have the same sort of privilege of having the abundant connections in Australia. And I've seen sort of industry professionals, even if they are starting the startup within the industry, they've already worked at for 10-20 years, but because when you're doing a startup, you need to sort of connect with so many different stakeholders as well. So it's still hard to get these connections. And we've had, sort of conversations where, people go to networking events and you walk into a room of, 100 people, but you don't really know like who's doing what. And LinkedIn is like really crowded and really overwhelming sometimes as well. So we're like, it's so interesting. Like it's actually while we are developing, inspiring chats, because the original thought is why don't we just have like, a directory where, people can easily look for other people, based on skills and industry. And towards the end of the program, there's another entrepreneur who hasn't really been aware of what we're doing. They're like, oh, why don't we, because when they're collecting feedback, they're like, why don't we have a platform where, people can search for each other, based on skills and industry and experience. And we're like, hey, that's exactly what we're doing. So from there, being aware of the moms test and all that, I did like actually code outreach on LinkedIn to founders like, I've personally never met before. So we send out like a brief survey. So the first part, we ask a few questions to collect some feedback without telling them, of course, what we are doing. And then the second part is if they're interested in the offering, then they leave their details. So from the outreach I've had, so about 80% of the people who actually filled in the survey. So we had about 50 something responses, and within the 50 responses, we have about like 40 something people who actually left their details, like saying they're interested in our solution. So these people make like this first group of users on inspiring chats, and then from there we've been reaching out to different community groups and like startup ecosystems. But that's sort of the story of how it's got started. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Yeah,
thanks,
I'm sure it'll be really useful for a lot of founders. So yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Eugenia, nice work. I mean, I think it's a fantastic problem to be solving. I think I see a lot of founders in particular struggling to find a tech co-founder.
Yeah.
And so I think any way that can be simplified and made more accessible to more people, the better the world will be. And that's really my question at some level: is do you see this being a sort of a supplement or an adjunct to things like meetups or founder speed dating events or LinkedIn's sales navigator or whatever it is, or are you really a competitor with those and trying to take that space?
Yeah, love that question. So I would say we are a competitor in the sense like there are definitely certain aspects that are very close to what LinkedIn has been trying to do. I think, and you can think of, there's other things that has been done in terms of helping people find co-founders or mentors. And I guess the main difference that we have is we're not focusing on a type of relationship, because when we speak to founders and, thinking about how human relationships work, like it's like when you go to a party and you meet someone, you don't go in straight ahead and be like, oh, this person can be like, my co-founder, or like, I can have a relationship with this person. You have a few chats, with that person. And then you think about, oh, this person's great. Like, we can potentially talk about, working together on the business, or, oh, this lady, she's got amazing experience in the same field. Maybe she can become my mentor. So that's why, our platform isn't really set up for like a type of relationship. We're helping people to connect and get to know each other and have inspiring conversations so they can decide where to take, the relationship as a next step. So in that sense, I would say our closest competitor is probably Lunch Club. But which has been pretty big, I think, in the US, not so much maybe in Australia. But I think our main difference is with Lunch Club, sort of there's the AI matching where they pair you up, with people who's in the system. But we actually have the directory because we want to create like, the transparency and the sense of, control and also security. So if you don't like the idea of AI putting you together with other people, you can actually actively go into the directory and search for people that you want to connect with as well. Whereas like, Lunch Club is more like entirely based on the AI matching, but it's a space we'll tap into as well, because we've found that people sort of really, they face the challenge of reaching out. I mean, personally, I work in business development and sales, and reaching out is not a problem for me. But for a lot of people, the first step of saying hello can be really challenging. And we really want to, where we're going next is really making the engagement and the reaching out piece like easier for everyone. So we want to do the heavy lifting in that part. Yeah. Thanks, Hugh.
Laxmi.
Yeah, thanks, Eugenia. Well done on that. I think as Hugh and everybody mentioned, it is a it's a big problem for founders. So well done on taking this venture forward. I've just got a couple of questions. You talked about relationship quite a lot, and as you know, platforms like this where relationship driven, there's also a thing around trust, right? So what are some of the ways you sort of want to foster that trustworthy community, but also what are some of the potential risks that you see might happen to your platform?
Yeah, absolutely. Love that question. So a few directions that we're going to look into. So we'll definitely implement a review system where, people can sort of leave some reviews about, the chat experience that they had with that person. And also, like, we are looking to introduce a credit system, like in the longer run. So basically, every time you book a chat, you use a credit, and every time you offer a chat to someone, you gain a credit. So these are the ways we are looking into to prevent like spamming, for example. So when you register, everyone will get a certain number of credits like per month. So and this can also be like a potential revenue stream. So if you're really looking into like being you're a super active user, then you can potentially purchase more credits like in that sense. So like a premium membership in similar to LinkedIn, like in that way. So and also we do have so when everyone signs up to our platforms, there is a community guidelines. So you need to agree to all the terms and conditions before you're able to join. And there will be definitely like a report function as well, if any dodgy things are happening. So I think these are the risks, spamming and also the security side of things. But I think another sort of potential risk is we don't, so that's another sort of difference between us and Launch Club, because on Launch Club, you can use it for, business development and also for like, hiring and like transactional purposes. We really don't encourage the transactional sort of relationship on our platform because no one likes being sold to, so if eventually some type of business relationship happens, like great, good for everyone, but we don't encourage like people going into a conversation trying to sell their business or sell their products. So we try to encourage genuine meaningful connections as a start. Yeah.
Do we have time for one question, Tara?
Yes, go for it.
Yeah, I've got very interesting. How do you plan to capture the value? Like, how are you going to make money for yourself?
Yeah, so the business model, so there's 3 revenue streams. So in the short term, we are looking at B2B solutions, so being like a customized platform for different communities. So, startup communities, could be industry associations, could be like, university alumni groups to where, where people can see value in introducing members to get to know each other. So the engagement part plays a role. So we've been already pretty active in those like B2B conversations. So that's one. Premium membership is another one we could potentially look into. So that will work similar to LinkedIn. And in the long run, I think once we get like numbers and traction, we can look into advertising as well. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Laxmi.
Some really great questions there as well. One thing that we've had at the festival already is people saying how they're having difficulty in startup world reaching out to connect. What's interesting and great about this is that helping people to connect with each other and help, then it just goes on. It's like gift that keeps giving, if in the best will, if it works as well as you want it to do, but then people are thinking through those inspired connections that hopefully that will keep moving forward. So some really nice ideas there and some great questions. Moving on, we're going to go to our last pitch, which is pitch 3, which Daniel is going to give. So over to you, Vimy.
How do small businesses market themselves during the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression? 3 years ago, we started a video marketing agency called Pencil Rocket. Because of COVID, we lost many of our clients due to marketing budget cuts. This was really bad because it was exactly the time when they needed marketing the most. That's why we made it our mission to make marketing accessible to everyone, starting with video marketing. Around the world, there are about 400 million small businesses. With the global pandemic, they are amongst the worst groups impacted. However, they can't use video marketing because it's too expensive and too difficult to do. Gross merchandise value or total internet sales is continuing to grow year on year, indicating high online growth potential, and Cisco estimates that over 80% of internet traffic will be videos. The time to act is now.
Our solution is Vimi, an online video production platform that empowers business owners to create marketing videos that are better, cheaper, and smarter. Vimi's 5-step process starts from creating a video brief, scheduling a shoot, doing the shooting, reviewing edited videos, and tracking your video status, just like your OSPOS parcel. Vimi is unique because this platform is built with processes, making it easy for business owners to create affordable videos that are marketing optimized and all hosted on a cloud-based platform. How we're making this happen is by connecting local videographers with video editors from our home countries, ultimately delivering videos that are good and cheap. Vimi business model has 2 revenue streams: subscription costs and video purchases, and we aim to hit a total yearly revenue of 4 million. Moving to Vimi's team, Daniel, our business and ops lead, co-founded Pencil Rocket, a video marketing company, as well as a wine startup in South Australia. Rishi, our tech lead, has been leading a tech team in an edutech company in Melbourne for the past 5 years. I'm Luni, the marketing lead, and I run a digital marketing agency in Malaysia and have worked in Crown Melbourne's social media team. Nathaniel, our creative lead, is the co-founder and creative director of Pencil Rocket and have years of experience with videos. Jill, our UX and UI design lead, have been in the design industry for the past few years and have designed our MVP as well as our prototypes. Why we stand out among others is because of our low cost, a proven experienced business model, our team specialization in digital marketing, as well as our platform's automation and scalability.
So this is how it works. It features a video brief creator to help you, the videographer and editor, understand the project, a scheduler to prevent back and forths choosing dates, a feedback feature to facilitate the revision process, and a status tracker for project management. In March, we introduced the concept into our agency and got 3 paying clients for 1, 4, and 10 videos per month. Once the concept was validated, we gathered our team and commenced building out the MVP. In August, we'll participate in the Future Founders Festival, then roll out the MVP in October, launch Vimi in Melbourne and Sydney before expanding it out to the rest of Australia and finally the rest of the world. So support Vimi, and together let's leverage the Future Founders Festival as our voice to make marketing accessible to all. Thank you.
Fantastic, Daniel. Really great job from your team. Really great job, and a lot of energy there, which we love to see. Yeah, and it's just, I'm glad I don't have to choose. That's all I'm going to say today. Really fantastic. And I'm going to hand over straight to the judges. So off you go, Caroline.
Thanks, Tara. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough choice today. So very big congratulations, Daniel, to you and your team. Fantastic pitch video. Yeah, as Tara said, great energy. So well done. My question's around scale. So I am not that familiar with, I guess, the video making world, but I'm just wondering if there is going to be a problem around being able to scale up the number of videographers that you might have in Australia. Especially, say, small businesses. We have quite a lot of small businesses in Australia in smaller towns and regional cities, and how you might get videographers in those cities or towns.
Yeah, thank you so much. Fantastic question. So part of the reason why we started the Vimi was also because of scale. So we run a video marketing agency called Pencil Rocket for the last 3 years in Melbourne. And one of the things with service businesses, it's so difficult to scale, right? We kind of need to productize our service, and our answer to that was Vimi. And so whether or not it's hard to find freelancers in different states is actually not an issue, because there are a lot of freelancers, but they just don't have a lot of work because, one, they're expensive, and for a lot of business owners, they kind of lack the processes that makes it easy to work with them, which is why most of them want to go to a video production company, except it's super expensive. Which is why we came up with Vimi, a way for us to kind of take away the processes where a lot of time is used, so we can lower the cost and still deliver the right product that is going to give them exactly what they want. So it's not making movies, it's making marketing videos that actually deliver results. And we have the credibility to provide that because we have been running a marketing agency for the last 3 years. And we have seen for ourselves how important video marketing has been to our clients, and we just want to bring that to the rest of Australia, especially for small businesses where COVID has made it a bit tougher, or rather a lot tougher for them to really stand out and market their product or service.
Thanks.
Daniel,
Caroline.
I thought this was awesome. I have this problem. So, I run a small charity, and we want to get the message out there, and this is, expensive and hard. So I feel the pain of this one. So I love what you're doing. Tell us about the secret sauce, though. Is the secret sauce that you've got a sort of a template? You sort of know how to do marketing videos, and so you can stream like that. Is the secret sauce is it the workflow? Is it sort of managing all the steps and the third, the folks who are offshore editing the videos, or are you a software play? So what's the secret sauce in the middle of this thing?
Oh, I love that question. So if you look at what Canva is doing with graphic design, if you look at what Fiverr, freelancer.com is doing with freelancers, we kind of sit in the middle. We're kind of a hybrid. We don't want to be a fully SaaS platform. We don't want to be a fully service business. And we don't want it to be a marketplace, because it's too much work. We want to be, we know our craft. We know how to make marketing videos, simple marketing videos that actually work. And simple is really key here if you want to scale something. And so because we sit in a kind of a hybrid model between the two, we know how we can automate the processes that should be automated away. So for example, creating a video brief, like we don't have to come that up for you. You can come that up for yourself, and a lot of people know their business really well. Our expertise lies in being able to deliver the right marketing product to your needs, and also being able to edit it in a way that's going to deliver the message that you have. So you're right in the sense that we have kind of like a template. On like from the editing side. We know exactly what we want to show, like in the first 3 seconds, the hook, how we can nurture the middle process, and how we can have a good call to action at the end. And because we are international students, we have the privilege of being able to work in different countries. My business partner, Nathan, is actually going to Indonesia next month. And he's going to be setting up infrastructure in Jakarta, right? And for us, because we are in Australia and we've been running a marketing agency, we kind of have that presence, and we kind of know how to get the customers, and we know the pain points from both the customer's point of view, the freelancer's point of view, and also from a marketing point of view. So we really feel that we are in a position where it makes us a bit dangerous to video production companies and freelancers who are essentially our competitors. And it's very clear. It's very clear for us to see how we can take this and scale to a level where we can really make an impact within Australia and eventually the rest of the world. Thank you.
That was great, Laxmi.
Great, thanks for that. Hi, Daniel and team. Well done. I think, your traction that you have already paying customer, that's great. I'd be interested to know, as Hugh was asking this question, and this is one of the problems that I have faced as well. So for me, if I were to use your platform, what do I need to do? Do I need to upload something? Like, I'm trying to think like, okay, Canva, but then again, you're saying you're not Canva. So I'm really finding it hard to understand as a customer, what do I need to do?
Yeah, so thank you so much for that question. So it's like a 5-step process, very, very simple. If you know that what you want, you go on our platform, you create a video brief. It's a guided process for you. They ask you, okay, what's the purpose of this video, blah, blah, blah. Who's your market, blah, blah, blah. What type of video, and we're going to give you 3 options for the beginning: testimonial, educational, and training. What do you want to add on, like subtitles, animations, whatever you want. You put it in, you can print out a video brief that either you can take to your own team or a videographer that you have, or you can just schedule in a shoot with one of our videographers from where you are. Say you're in Sydney, in Melbourne, we have freelancers that we work with that knows what we are about, that have a relationship with us. You connect, you schedule in a shoot with them. They meet up with you on that day. They shoot everything, they guide you. And again, super simple marketing videos here. So all problems it's not going to arise as much. They're going to upload the video on our platform themselves, on our cloud. And then our editors in Indonesia will look at the brief that you created, edit the video based on that, re-upload it on the platform, right? And the platform, you can give your feedback directly on it. You can draw on the video. You can directly pinpoint what's wrong here, what's wrong there. Whenever you stop your video at, you can give your comments. The timestamp is already there. So super seamless, super smooth. Traditionally, you use email or you try to use Excel sheet or whatever. Very, very difficult. And then we edit, give it back to you. It's on the platform. And at any one point of time, you can see where your video is tracking as well. You can see the status of it, and you know exactly when you're going to get the final product. So it's really good for project management. So people who wants a video, they can use our product. People who wants to manage videos can use our product. So they can subscribe to the platform. They can work within their own team, or agencies that want to use a way for them to streamline that process for video making can use our product as well.
Okay, so if I'm understanding it correctly, I could use that as a customer, but if I have, let's say, my own agency as well, so a customer could use that, and I could sort of be part of that as well. Is that right?
Yeah. So we don't want to force anything on you guys. If you want to use our platform to facilitate that process for your own team, that's fine as well. Because all you have to do is just the customer. You build your brief in there. Your own videographer is inside. He knows, okay, this is the brief. Okay, it's very clear as a videographer. This is exactly what I want and I need in order to give you the product that you want. And then they can, minimize revisions. They can reduce friction, stuff like that. So we give that onto you. We let you have that choice.
Okay, great. Thanks for that, Daniel.
Thanks, Laxmi.
Any other further questions for Daniel, judges? I've got a cheeky one, actually. I'm going to throw in here.
Yep.
Daniel, what type of business are you getting most of at the moment?
Yeah, I love that question. So one of the biggest industries that we work with is within education, and in particular international education. So I'm quite well versed in that industry, and it's no wonder because, well, we got to use our strengths, and because we are international students ourselves, we understand, from international students' point of view, and we're able to deliver what international students want, which ultimately would be a job. That's why they come to Australia. That's why they go to uni. What kind of needs that they need within, to feel comfortable within Australia itself. So that's one industry. Real estate is another big industry because it's very clear cut. They use our videos. They get their lead. They make the sale. It's very easy for them to get a return on investment. Same with construction as well. Service businesses is another one that we really specialize in because how do you deliver your value proposition to the market? You need to build that credibility. You need to be the expert in your industry, and videos are really good in doing that, especially educational ones where you teach people how to do this. You teach people how to do that. So those are what we've been doing a lot of in the last 3 years.
No, that's great. Well, now it's the time for our judges to go off and deliberate. So we're going to let them have 10 golden minutes to actually go and make a very hard decision. So thanks for the judges, and we'll go into another break out room, and we're going to have a 10-minute break. So we'll see you all back soon. I wouldn't have wanted to be in the judges' room. I was in the room with all our finalists, which was way more fun, I'm sure. We've got Caroline is going to be the spokesperson from our panel of judges, and she will be sharing a little bit of general feedback from about the finalists, and then she is going to announce the winners starting from 3rd place. So it's over to you, Caroline.
Thanks so much, Tara, and just a big congratulations to all of you again. Just amazing videos, amazing work, and amazing ideas. So well done. So Match T, just to start with you, super important problem that needs to be solved. So those figures around the clothes waste of Australia and the world, it just actually, I didn't personally know. So thank you for bringing that to my attention. So super important problem to be solved. We talked a little bit about how this idea is still perhaps a little early, and just having some more thinking and experimenting around making the solution viable. But it's a huge idea addressing such a big potential market as well that has a global impact. So really exciting. So keep working on it. Yeah, well done. Inspiring chats, anything that connects and helps founders come together, Eugenia, is just so valuable and such a really brilliant idea to have and to help that connection, especially during COVID-19, when going to those networking events is just not as easy. It's not as possible to form those connections and find those networks that you need. So really interesting concept. We talked about refining the idea a little bit more and just thinking about what the exact problem that you're solving at the moment, and just really focusing in on the one thing. So, and even just having a look at some of the communities that are already out there and see what they're not doing, and if there's a gap in their products. So, but yeah, as I said, really great product that I think is just so valuable, especially in this COVID-19 environment. Vimy, great product, great that you've got traction already with paying customers. Really interested to see more evidence as you grow your customer base and see how the videos are actually effectively really helping clients meeting their marketing goals, and really tailoring those videos for different clients as well. And just having it, we talked about how we liked how it was a really clear focus that your business has. And what we saw would also talked a little bit about it's great having that focus, but it would be also great to have that big vision about how you're going to really make this a really big thing that's impacting the world. So Tara, do I now move to announcing?
Yes, you have that honor, Caroline.
I have the honor. So in third place, we have Match Tea. Congratulations, Teresa. As I said, fantastic product. Well done. Second, we have Inspiring Chats. Again, awesome. Well done. Really great product. And in first place, we have Vimy. So congratulations, Daniel. Well done to you and your team. Fantastic product. So well done.
It's amazing, everyone. Really, really fantastic. But Daniel, seeing as you were the winner prize, first prize, you get to tell us, give us a little speech. So off you go.
Wow, just really thankful for everything. It's just so wonderful to see all our hard work, paid off, and having this validation just means the world to us. I just want to thank my team. It's because of all of you guys that we are able to show the judges and everyone on this platform, what our value. Just want to thank the organizers and everyone that participated. I think the mere fact that we're able to just work on something that inspires us is just goes to show how fortunate we all are, and despite our circumstances, we can actually make a difference, and that's so important and just so wonderfully amazing that we can have this opportunity. Lastly, all our friends and family, and really everybody who have seen our struggles, from 3 years ago until now.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And I think it's a big congratulations to everyone, because they were all very impressive. And I think you cannot underestimate how much you have inspired everyone that will be watching today, because there'll be a lot of people that really wanted to do this pitch competition, but they would have thought, oh, 3-minute video would have scared me. And I've been in many a pitching environments. So you will probably be one of the most inspirational things that people will watch. So well done for standing up and just having a go. And you've got great ventures to keep working on. So unfortunately, it's the end of everything. So I'm here to say a big thank you to Caroline, Hugh and Laxmi for being a part of the judging panel today. It wouldn't have been an easy one. And thanks for all your insightful questions, which are really going to help the teams move their businesses forward. And thank you, Teresa, Daniel and Eugenia. It's so lovely to have you here and to talk so passionately about what you've decided to do and make happen. So you're a huge inspiration to others. So remember that whenever you're having one of those down times. And that's all I have to say now. But I am going to do a little plug for the hackathon. And I know we spoke about it in the other room. If you've been inspired by the festival and want to practice your skills, do have a go at the hackathon. It's a 48-hour deep dive with the Hacker Exchange at the end of August. And you can design and build your product. It's going to help you move and really look at how you could build that with some great, a team around you to help you push through. And also within that, we've got the boot camps coming up. So check online. The application time will be coming up soon. Again, thanks again for taking part in this. And thank you to all our online participants who are watching. Next time, get in and do some pitching as well. All right, have a great rest of the festival. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.